Hello everyone, welcome back to the 21st tutorial for easy programming. Today I'm going to introduce something new to you, and I'm going to keep it really basic and really simple. Try to get this done in a few minutes. What you see on the screen is the basics, and as the program suggests, I'm going to be teaching you structs. These are just simple data structures. I've had professors tell me that people barely use structs, but I think they're pretty useful. Even though you may never use it in your life, I'm going to show it to you anyway because it's really helpful to know the various kinds of data structures out there. And later on, you can use structs to work with queues and stacks. And later on, I'll show those to you as well. But today, I'm going to keep it simple. I won't have anything other than structs. You'll have just basic variables. I won't even use a loop. I won't use functions or arrays. But later on in the future tutorials, I'll show you how to use arrays as well as functions with structs and how easy things can be. So let's get started. In this program, you're going to see the user be prompted to enter two students' names followed by two grades. Just to keep it simple. The name of the struct will be student, and the name of the variables will be pupil. Pupil 1 and pupil 2. Again, since I'm not using arrays, I'll keep it simple. Pupil 1 and pupil 2. The first thing to do is to first set up your struct. I'm going to go outside of the int main here under the using namespace. It comes before the main program, and I'm going to start with struct. struct. As you can see, it turns blue. I'm going to name the struct. In this case, I'm going to call it student. You can name it anything you want. It's just a variable name. Well, not a variable name. It's a structure name. You can call it pupil. You can call it body. You can call it the letter A. It really doesn't matter. But here, you open brackets and make sure you close them. And there's something special about closing these brackets. I'll show that to you in a little bit. Inside the struct, we're going to have two fields. You can have as many fields as you want, and these are the variables that will be used within the structure and will be referred to from the main program. Since I said the user will input the student's name and the grade, so we'll have string name and int grade. That's all you have to do. I mean, you can have as many variables as you want. It really doesn't matter. But the thing with closing the struct is that unlike every other closed bracket that you have, you don't have a semicolon at the end. But with this one, you do. Semicolon. Otherwise, you'll get an error. So that's your struct, basic struct, and I'm going to implement that into the main program. The word student here, even though it's the name of the structure, it acts as a kind of variable type. Just like int or string. So I'm going to put student, and I'm going to put the name of the variable. I'm going to put pupil1, and I'm going to go down here in the student and do pupil 2. It's a little neater to do it on two different lines. So again, student acts as a kind of variable type. It'll be the same thing as having string1 if the string pupil1. If you didn't have a structure going, you just wanted to get the name of the student. I'll show you how that's done as well. So the first thing we're going to do is prompt the user to enter the student's name. So we'll do cout. Please enter student's name. Semicolon, remember. Cn, we're going to do pupil1. And you're going to be asking how do you tell them to go inside the struct. So here you have a dot here. You have a dot. And here you see on a little pop-up comes up. It shows you grade and name. You can use your arrow keys to go around. You can actually type it in. It really doesn't matter. But since I'm doing it, it's going to be people.name. You can, like I said, you can type it in. If I have another variable here, it'll show three pop-ups there. We're going to do the same thing for the grade. We'll do please enter student's grade. So cn, again, pupil1. You put a dot there, the thing comes up. Once you can just type it in, you don't have to select it. We're going to have to do the same thing for pupil2. So I'm just going to copy and paste this below, and I'm just going to change the pupil2 and pupil2. I promise you that pupil.2, if you just put a dot here, the name will come up, 2.name. Pupil2.grade. I wonder why that didn't work. Pupil2.grade. It should work anyway, but Anyway, well, that's your basic. This is how you access the variables inside a structure. It's do pupil.name. The dot shows you that you're going inside the structure. If you have arrays, you can have the brackets here as well, like that, with the number inside. It's pretty simple. And I'm going to output it like a table. We're going to do cout, do name, add a little bit of space, and we'll do grade. Excuse me. ENDL, and we're going to do cout. You do pupil1 dot name there. Add a little bit of space, and we'll do pupil1. Pupil1 dot grade. Yep. ENDL. You can, and then I'll just do the same thing for pupil2. You do pupil2 dot name. See, it comes up now. I don't know, I didn't come up earlier, but here you can just do enter, and then you'll do add a couple spaces, and you'll do pupil2 dot grade there. Press enter, and remember you have your system pause down here. Once again, it's a very simple program. Before I run it, I'll explain it to you. So your pupil1 dot name puts the value of name inside pupil1 dot name, which is inside the struct, and same thing with pupil2. See, these are two different structures. Even though I've only declared one struct here, is being used for both of these variables here, pupil1 and pupil2. So you can just have one struct. You don't need multiple structures. And like I said, you can use variables, not variables, arrays. You can make it simpler. I can just have pupil, bracket 2. You can have pupil sub 0 and pupil sub 1. But let's run it. And here it is. Please enter student's name. I'll do Mary. Mary. Grade is 100. And I'll do Gary. Grade is 95. And there you have it, Mary and Gary. Grade is 195. It's just displaying the same way it was entered in. Once again, this is nothing fancy. This is very simple. It's very easy. Once you get the hang of it, structs can be useful in certain cases, but I know most people don't use them. This is just one type of data structure. There are a lot more out there. I will, in the future tutorials, I'll show you how to use structs with other functions, such as void functions, even value returning functions, maybe. You can use them in loops. You can have as many variables inside structures and as many structure types as you want. Well, I hope you enjoyed tutorial number 21 on data structures, on structs. You can visit easyprogramming.net to view my other programs. Once again, I'll post the code of this program on the website for you to use for your own purposes. If you need help, you can always contact me. I'm always available. Thank you for your support. I wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a good break. And remember to subscribe.